Hello and welcome to Flextone's Tooth and Claw TV. Today we're going to be joining Jon Collins as he's flying to Wyoming to hunt with his little brother Phil. And what happens a lot of times when you fly, they lost his luggage. But Jon is no dummy. On his carry-on bag, he had his Tenzing backpack, and in it, he had his Flextone 500 electronic call. Other than that, he's going to need to borrow clothes, a gun, everything else, but that's not going to stop him. Let's see if he can still get it done in Wyoming.
Well, we think we've crowded these coyotes. Last spot we saw them was on this little ridge right here, and they dropped over in this little ravine, and we're hoping that they went deeper down in there. We got that good wind right in their face. So we'll set this call out to the angle, see what happens. Got it? Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. On that draw. You're right in the bottom? Yeah. Yes. Not only my first Wyoming coyote, possibly my first Wyoming double. Yes. Yeah. Awesome. Yes. I had the scope turned up too much about, and it wasn't, what, 40 yards, 30 yards, something like that. Too late to turn the scope down then. That one had seen us or winded us or something.
He started turning the other way, right when you moved.
Yeah. All right.
Looks like a pretty big coyote.
Yeah. Big male. Pretty awesome, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Well, we recovered our first coyote. Of course, he was just right on top of us, easy find. But our second coyote of the pair took off way out through there, and we finally caught up to him right down at the bottom of that ravine, about as far as you can see. We know we hit him. We'll run down there and see if we can't find it real quick. There's a mule deer shed up here.
Ain't too bad.
No bad bucket. Got him right here, right off the bank. Great. All right. That's the way you started out in Wyoming, ain't it?
Oh,
The
yeah.
double. Beautiful coyote.
I'm Stephen Doby, Bear and Fur Bear Program Coordinator with Kentucky Fish and Wildlife, and it's late winter. Most of the major hunting seasons are over, and you still got that itch to get out there and give it a try. I strongly recommend some late winter coyote hunting. You're going to have to deal with the elements, but it can be very exciting. Just remember, most of the hunting activity is going to be territorial based, but we've got a lot of good information on our website. If you'd like more information about coyotes and hunting, visit fw.ky.gov or like us on Facebook.
Well, we started off right here in Wyoming. We've had to borrow a bunch of stuff to get to hunting, but as soon as we got out here, we got on coyotes. We heard coyotes howling earlier when we were set up, and we had to get up, move on them, and crowd them a little bit. But we got up here and got set up, set the Flextone call out, played some prey distress, played cocktail distress just for a couple minutes. and then switched right into a pup distress, and it wasn't 30 seconds later after switching sounds, these two beautiful coyotes come running in. We dropped the first one at close range, the second one run over a rise, and then got right down in a game trail and stopped for us, and probably made a 225-yard shot on it. Man, first Wyoming double.
Congrats, John, on a great hunt. And Phil, I have to say thank you very much for taking care of your big brother while he was out there, getting him set up with a gun and clothing. And you saw that Flextone 500 brought those coyotes in on a rope. And we want to tell everybody we have 2 great shows. Our next 2 shows you do not want to miss. They are bobcat hunts in Kentucky, and they're some of the best bobcat footage I've ever seen. So to everybody out there, we want to thank you all for joining us on Flextone's Tooth and Claw TV.